guys, Azralynn here with a quick review of Mirage Arcane Warfare. Mirage Arcane Warfare is an action-packed multiplayer PvP game that's developed by the same company that made Chivalry Medieval Warfare. There is no story and no single-player campaign. It's purely multiplayer PvP gameplay. You can play in both the first-person and third-person perspective. I prefer the third-person perspective because then you can see more of your surroundings and you don't get ambushed as easily. Although playing in the first person does make it easier to aim your attacks. There are 2 teams in each match and both teams have access to the same 6 classes. Each class is unique with different weapons, different stats, and different spells or abilities. You can slightly customize each of the class's skill sets by choosing from one of 2 abilities for each of your 3 ability slots, and then picking one of the 2 available weapons as well. It's nice to have a bit of flexibility because it allows a bit more control over how you play the character. Even though you have access to spells, they do have cooldowns, so you will be using your melee attacks most of the time. One major thing to note about the combat is that there is friendly fire, and as much as you may want to get in there and swing your weapon, sometimes you can do more harm than good, especially if you team kill someone. There are a few different attacks that you can make that have varying speeds and damage, but players can parry enemies to negate the damage and quickly follow it up with their own attacks. Faking your attacks by starting the animation and then cancelling it is a great tactic. Parrying and attacking both consume your stamina though, so there is some strategy involved in outplaying your opponents while managing your stamina bar. Overall, the combat is enjoyable, but it definitely takes practice. There is a bit of a learning curve and the tutorial only lets you play as one character, so you can't really practice or test out skills with the other 5 classes. Once you get a feel for the combat, it gets more enjoyable. The kills feel so satisfying. I absolutely love the decapitations and the limb dismemberment. Current map types include objectives such as capture points, payloads, capture the flag, and then there's also the team deathmatch. The team sizes vary depending on which server you're playing on and what the map type is. Generally the matches are 3v3, 6v6, and 10v10. It's always better to stay with your team and communicate as there's typically safety in numbers. However, I do find that the 10v10 deathmatches tend to turn into a zergfest once one of the teams gets a leg up on the other. One thing that I really don't like about the matches is that there's no matchmaking or ranking. You simply join a server and pray to the Mirage gods that you're with and against people of similar skill levels. It's possible to win fights while you're outnumbered if you play very well, but honestly 1 or 2 really good players can sometimes carry the team and decimate the enemy team. I do have some concerns about the size of the player base, and if it will be able to maintain and grow considering the non-noob friendly style of it. Personally, I don't find it all that enjoyable to face roll the enemy team or get face rolled either, and I wish the matches had closer score lines. The characters and the maps look decent, and there's a good number of cosmetics that you can earn as you level up by playing, and you can customize each class's base appearance a little bit as well. The music is decent, the sound effects of the weapons are satisfying. The laughs and taunts are entertaining as well when you want to instigate your enemies or shame them after you kill them. My only complaint about the audio is that it sometimes gets kind of garbled when there's a lot going on at once. The game also has optional player voice chat, which can be really helpful for communicating with the team. The keyboard and mouse controls are fully customizable, but there is only partial controller support right now. I played the beta for about 8 hours and then a few hours more with the release version to see how things had changed. As with most multiplayer PvP games, the replay value will likely come down to how large the core player base is and how often new content such as maps and characters are added. I expect that there will be people who love Mirage Arcane Warfare, but I'm feeling pretty mixed about it. The combat is fun, but it may also be discouraging to new players. While playing, there were times where I was really enjoying myself and the games were close, and they felt really intense. But then there were many other games where the teams felt lopsided and one team would just get stomped. If there was a larger player base, it would have been nice to have changed servers, but unfortunately there isn't a whole lot of populated servers to choose from. If you want to see some more gameplay, I'll post a link in the description below. I hope this review has helped you. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and post your feedback in the comments below. Thanks everyone, and have a wonderful day!